Okay, so the other day I was spending some quality time with my daughter watching television.
That's funny. They're funny people.
Do you smell something?
I don't smell anything.
Did you fart?
Did I fart?
Nasty.
No, I that was, it was, had the...
And as we were watching television, this really interesting commercial came on.
Join theladders.com. We don't just post the 100K plus jobs. We give you the tools and guidance you need to be irresistible.
Now, prior to the commercials, I had heard about the ladders, but I really didn't know a whole lot about them because I just didn't. So I started researching a little bit, and I saw some good comments people have made, and I saw a lot of hate as well. And I had to admit, I was kind of curious as to what they were all about. So I thought, what a good excuse for a road trip.
Hello, the ladders. One moment, I'm making a video. Hey guys, Jay Stroud here. Talking about the ladders, you know, you saw the commercials. Yeah, they were cool, they were happening, they were hip, they were kind of weird and wacky, but it caught my interest, caught my eye, and I wanted to know myself, what makes these companies so cool? And is it really as cool as their commercials or how they seem to portray themselves? I wanted to know, so here I am at the ladders to find out myself.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Tell us, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Alex Touzé. I'm the co-founder and the president for the ladders.com.
Yeah, I really like your commercials. I just showed everyone what they were. I thought that was very interesting. For those who are unfamiliar with the ladders and what they're about, give us sort of an elevator pitch of what it does.
Yeah, the ladders.com is the leading job destination for professional talents who earn 100K plus per year. And one of the difference of the ladders.com compared to the other job destination out there is, one, our service is only for 100K plus jobs. And we unscreen everybody in every job that come into the system. So for instance, every recruiters who build a profile on the ladders or use the service to source and find talent has to be pre-approved to be in the system. So we really want to ensure that every jobs, every connection that is being made on the network is only for jobs that are 100,000 plus.
Okay, now when I walked around and sort of looked around everything, I saw a lot of customer service people. You guys are serious about that, huh?
Yeah. Well, one of the difference is, you know, we don't look at ourselves as a job board, but more as a job service, a career network. Mm-hmm. And what's important for the job seeker is to provide a level of support. There's a lot of unknown around the job search, especially as you come to online. And most of our customers, they don't really look for jobs every day. Most of them have only looked for a job 4 or 5 times in their life, and they're sort of familiar with all the steps in the process. So we really humanize the process by providing this customer service support. The piece of people you've seen will actually call every premium job seeker, every person who sign up and join and pay for the service. We will call you up, welcome you into the system, explain you the tool and the service and how the whole service works.
Very cool. Now, I also was impressed by some of the technology I saw here. And I've been to several companies and sort of looked around at their operations, and I know they ship a lot of jobs overseas. I'm just sort of curious, how many of your jobs of the technical operation here is shipped overseas as opposed to here in the States?
Yeah, so we have, at the Ladders, we have a total of 370 employees here in the US. And none of the jobs that you've seen, none of the technical jobs are being shipped overseas. So everybody who works for the Ladders work here in our office in New York City. So the floor you saw on the 3rd floor, that's where all our product, technologies, software engineers, that's where they work.
Very cool. How often do you hear that from a company here, that all the jobs are in America? Pretty cool, pretty cool. The ladders. I understand that you focus only on six-figure jobs. I understand that underwear models make six figures or more. As such, please keep me in mind should such a role become available. But only if I can model for the visually impaired, because I need to work on my abs. Yours truly, Jim.
Hey, you know what? I got one more question for you. Some people, I don't want to say negative feedback, but for lack of a better term, I'll just say that. Some people have given a little negative feedback about your business model because it charges the job seeker when there's so many other job boards out there for free. How do you normally handle that feedback?
So let me go back to the beginning and actually explain the reason why we have just a different model, and it's a job seeker pay model as opposed to be free for job seekers. A few years ago I worked at a company called Hot Jobs, and the learning I got there was that when you have a job site open, and especially on the web, the senior level position, the one that pay $100,000 plus a year, will be over applied most of the time it's by the low level applicants. So somebody who just graduated college may try their luck and apply for a vice president of finance or vice president of marketing position, and that essentially create a bad experience not only just for the recruiters, but it's a bad experience for the other candidates who are actually the right fit for that job. So the primary reason why when we created ladders 8 years ago was to ask for a subscription fee to be able to access the content. We wanted to enable a way to filter out people who are not qualified for the jobs, but enable the people who are just right for this level to be able to be part of the network. So we felt that if we were asking people to provide a small fee to join a service, it was going to be too much of a hurdle, but it was going to enable us to block the low-level applicants or people who come from overseas that may want to apply to a job in America. So that was really the essence behind it. It actually has worked really well. Now, the reality is, over the past few years, some people have come to question why we're charging the job seeker, especially over the last couple of years with the recession. And this has been the biggest recession ever in America, with an employment rate going to 10%.
Right.
So it could be perceived from the outside as, hey, you may be trying to take advantage of people who are unemployed. But the reality is the service provider value enables you to make sure that not only you are part of a community of people like yourself, but you're only looking at 100K plus jobs. So we have a team who hand-screen the job and make sure that every job you look at on our network is a 100K plus job. It's not a $50,000 job or an entry-level job. And it gives you a better chance with that service. And we also have customer service people that can guide you through the process and explain you how the process of looking for a job looks like. That's very important and very valuable for people when they don't really look for a job very often.
Okay. So I'm using my high-tech camera here. So I guess it would sort of be unfair to sort of put you in the same league as, say, a Monster or Hot Jobs, because it's a totally different model, totally different service. So comparing you to Monster and Career Builder and so on is really unfair comparison, when you say.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And to be honest, I look at ourselves as, we're in a category of our own. There's really no other service like us on the web.
Sure.
Sure, we can compare us to the service like Monster and Career Builder, but we do things that those guys don't do. And the same way, the social network like LinkedIn, they provide services that might be similar to us, but it's also a different tool. We're not a social network, but we're not a job board either.
Okay, fair enough. That answers. I think it answers a lot of people's questions. Actually.
Yeah, and I think for us, we look at ourselves as, hey, we're the leading career destination for professionals.
Okay, very cool. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.